Welcome, everybody, to Drunk with Buds, a show about trying new beers with some friends and having discussions you would normally have at a bar. As always, we get all of our beer information from the Untapped app. That's
UNTAPPD.
You can now follow the show on there at Drunk with Buds.
Today we have one of our favorite past guests, Casey Dillard, writer, actor, film savant extraordinaire. She'll bring us up to speed of what she's been up to since she moved to Chicago and share with us 3 beers from Untitled Arts, WeldWerks, and Mortalis Brewing. Casey and the Buds will discuss Willow, Guardians of the Galaxy 3, the holiday special maybe, Indiana Jones 5, and pop culture. Honer takes us to the Second City with a dive bar review, and Bruce Trivia brings back Family Feud. Get your hoes on. It's enough of this setup. Let's get this shit going. Hit it.
All right, what's up, everybody? Honer is here again, and I brought my friend Bruce.
Hey, what's up? I'm a friend again.
And we have an amazing guest returning with us, Casey Dillard.
Hi. Thanks so much for having me.
No problem.
I'm so excited to hear that I'm your favorite. Although now I'm like, I got to go back and listen to even more episodes to hear how many people they've said that to.
Well, that means more listening, so I'm fine with
exactly. Is that y'all's trap?
I make sure to not say it a lot, so I make people feel special.
It's
Well,
the
thank
truth
you.
to me.
I'm not Bruce. He likes to suck up to everybody.
No, I tell the truth. Bruce, the truth.
Speaking of Thykk, so the next one is Thykk Hydra by Mortalis Brewing Company. So this is the first beer, everybody. Sour smoothie pastry, 7% ABV, not available IBU. 431 check-ins, and it's 4.17 out of 5 average.
Ooh.
And this is a collaboration of Mortalis Brewing Company from Avon, New York, and Heavy Reel Brewing Company from Seaside Heights, New Jersey. And the style guide says, this fruit smoothie sour was brewed in collaboration with Heavy Reel Brewing. It blends passion fruit, mango, blackberry, and funnel cake together to form just one of this monster's many heads. Keep your eyes peeled for even more flavor combinations. Thick, fruity, sweet, cookie, sour.
Now, are you sure you're reading from the right one?
Yeah.
Okay, because I have one here from Thykk Hydra from Mortalis that's collaboration with Claim 52.
Yeah, I saw that too. And I also said Heavy Reel, which is what the can says.
Heavy Reel?
Yes. So, fuck off.
Oh.
And so we got this one is from Citywide, right? This
Yes.
a local?
Local special.
Yes, sir. Local special, Citywide Liquors. Find that on LaSalle.
Like whatever artist they hired to do the artwork for the can, they got their money's worth. That's great.
Yeah, all the Mortalis ones have that like Greek myth and wireframe artwork.
I was thinking of more like the old school gaming polygon style.
Well, or like a combination of the two. It's I don't know. Maybe this will make people like run to Google image search, but
Hey, check it out.
beautiful can art that's gonna tie into a topic that we'll discuss later. But
Ooh.
Foreshadowing.
keep it under my hat for now.
And it's funny because anytime Mortalis does anything, it's usually a Hydra, I feel like. Or they got like the Cerberus.
It's all Greek,
Yeah.
like Greek myth stuff.
But it's like usually you see the Hydra, it's like, okay, it's Mortalis. And then they just happen to be collabing with whoever.
Yeah, we just recently had Mortalis Mead collaboration.
Yeah, with Garagiste.
So what's everyone think?
I'm Oh, sorry. I didn't know if we were supposed to have poured it up and tried it
Oh
yet.
yeah, pour it up. That's okay.
Oh, chug the shit out of it.
Whoa, yeah, if you can.
I don't know. It's too thick.
Too thick. It does look kind of like blood in a way.
Yeah, they're not misleading on the thick thing.
I think I'm tasting the funnel cake.
Oh yeah, there's a cookie likeness to it.
Yeah.
It's very
It's a weird. It's
thick on the tongue. Too.
Yeah, it's a weird way to, or weird flavors to throw into a cookie. I think that's what's throwing it off for me. It's all fruity and everything, and then you just taste the cookie spices.
Yeah, it's a lot. It doesn't happen all at once. I guess this is a sipping beer because
Yeah.
it's quite a bit to take in. Now that I'm looking at it in the glass, I'm guessing that the different colors that these Hydra heads are spitting out are maybe the flavors
Yeah, I think so. I think I agree with you.
that we're going to be experiencing, because it is a pretty like purple and spicy color scheme, both to the drink and the can. Sorry to keep going on about the art, but I bet the artist appreciates it.
Yeah, I bet they do. Like, this is.
No, the art's pretty badass.
I wish they would say who it was on here. Usually they do, but it must be somebody that actually works at Mortalis. Maybe usually they hire outsource.
It's like at the first swig, it almost tastes like a cider.
I get that.
And then I start getting the more like sugary and cookie spice elements.
At the end, yeah. Every sip is like a different fruit. Sometimes I get the passion fruit, and then the next time I do it, and you get the blackberry. So it's like we're getting attacked by the three different heads. But not at once. Mm-hmm. It's just like, from the right, from the left. Oh, shit.
Yeah, I feel like I'm getting head from all three.
It's definitely very thick.
Oh, for sure, yeah. I think the blackberry
is I'm into this flavor. It's a lot.
I think everything about it is a hit, except for the blackberry cookie flavor I get. Oh, I don't like blackberries.
I love blackberries.
I love blackberries.
Oh, two out of three ain't bad. Thanks, Meatloaf.
All right.
Oh, you guys got? I was gonna say you guys got nicknames now.
That's how much she's Meatloaf.
I was like, that's how much she's your favorite.
She's my comfort. She's my comfort food guest.
All this.
Can't go wrong with some good meatloaf.
I'm gonna start putting that on my resume. I am the meatloaf of podcast guests, and they can decide whether I am talking about the musician or the staple of American cuisine. If you guys heard any weird noises just then, it's because like I'm taking pictures of my cat who's decided to
drink the beer,
park it in front. Well, no, she's just observing the whole thing, but she's decided to do it belly up this round. So she's kind of laid out like hedonism bot from Futurama, being like, proceed.
And we will proceed on to our first segment. Pop culture and ketchup with Casey Dillard.
Where's the mustard?
Woo! Well, you don't put mustard on meatloaf, but you do put ketchup.
Oh!
So, Casey, bring us up to speed since you're last you were in Mississippi. Mississippi.
He can spell.
What's the initials to that state? Honer?
MS.
Oh,
yeah. Sorry, dang it! I'm so sorry.
I wasn't gonna say MI because that's Michigan, so I might have said MP.
Honer is notoriously horrible at geography.
Oh, gotcha. So yeah, last time I was, I think you guys like caught me in the middle of packing, and my friend Glenn was with me, and we were like auditioning new people for my old improv team, his still current one. And you'll be happy to know that the people from the auditions, I think most of the ones that made the team are still performing with it back in Mississippi. But yes, but I am long since gone. Moved up to, I'm in Cook County. I'm not actually in Chicago. I'm in Brookfield, which is
the zoo.
It's just in the West Chicago suburbs. The zoo, exactly.
No one actually lives in Chicago.
Oh, I can assure you they do, because
My buddy Daryl.
like everybody that I want to hang out with lives there, and it's a pain to get to them.
Well, I don't live
Not a
there.
not a total pain, but it's not like I can just pop down the street.
Not a total Glen Payne.
Exactly. Not a total Glen Payne. I've been slowly working my way into the improv scene up here, as well as adjusting my cats to being indoor cats, because the wildlife here, it gets a little closer to your yard. So their lazy domestic selves don't need to be hanging out there with the coyotes and whatnot. I'm trying to think. I don't think anything else has been released since last I was on here.
Okay.
Yeah, and the rest of my job I can't talk about, or the government will kill me. So.
Shit.
Yeah, it's a little boring on my end, but it's mostly writing, and unfortunately that's sort of a boring process, because it's like, yes, and then in September I sat down in front of my keyboard for another few hours.
Woo!
Yeah.
Have you visited any like conventions and stuff to promote like your past work or anything like that, or?
Oh, for sure. And just to like see some of the conventions. That's one thing. There's so much stuff happening up here. Like,
Yeah,
I've gotten
there
to
is.
see so many bands and live shows, and there's always some kind of like pop-up event happening that my friends who come to and I've also been hosting a lot of friends, because I'm trying to trick everyone that I love into moving up here with me. I just think that that's going to be easier for me overall than making new friends.
Oh,
So,
speaking of that, isn't a friend of yours moving up in your area for a little bit?
in point of fact, he is. Famous, handsome nomad Glenn Payne, my partner in art, is going to be spending a little bit of time up here. I think he's planning on staying through maybe February. In the Chicagoland area, while we make a go at it both together and separately, because we have a few separate improv ventures that we're kind of checking out. And then I guess he will be migrating back to Mississippi or LA, depending on where this next project of his ends up filming.
Nice.
Woo.
All right, so let's transition to pop culture talk.
Yay.
Number one on the list, not in like ranking order, but just happened to be there, was the trailer drop for Indiana Jones 5.
Boo.
Yay for me! But maybe they're definitely using that de-aging technique, if you noticed. So Harrison Ford looked old, then he looked 50s, and then it was like 30s. What's going on? Is this a year event going on?
Like, I mean, I'm going to check it out because I very much enjoy Indiana Jones and all of its silliness. But, yeah, when I watched it, I came away mostly thinking like, so what's the story here?
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad they're kind of hiding it.
Yeah. And fair enough. It's just that it seems like there's a pattern with the old IPs where it's basically they're just like, let me just show you some footage of your favorite character just to remind you that you love them.
Yeah.
And we're not going to tell you anything because we're probably still workshopping this with test audiences.
Oh, probably, yeah. I just hope I didn't mind the Shia LaBeouf one. I wanted it to be better, but my problems with it wasn't the story or like you said, the hallmarks of nostalgia. My problems with it is it went away from what made the first three so great is the practical stunts. It was CGI stunts, on a set.
I would agree with that.
So I know Harrison Ford can't, do a lot of the stunts and stuff, but it doesn't mean that he has to be the one doing those stunts. He could be playing his age, and whoever's with him, can be, will be the attaché stunt person. Like, Phoebe Waller-Bridge is as he declared, "She's my goddaughter." You know, that's what he said in the trailer or whatever. Maybe she could be doing all the stunts and stuff like that, practically, you know, and things like that. So,
right.
So I just hope they do that. I don't mind the de-aging stuff. It's gotten so much better and smoother now that I don't think it's going to be like just jarring. Or anything
nowadays
like
you can do that with like AI and stuff. So
yeah, and it's supposed to take place in the 60s. So
is it
the 1960s? Yeah.
What?
The story.
Yeah, I get it, but what?
Yeah.
You think Indiana Jones 5 would be modern day at least?
He would be like dead. He was like 30s. He was 30 years old in the 40s in the original ones.
But Harrison Ford is old.
Yeah, he's like 90.
So why can't he do it?
But he couldn't be playing a dead person. That person would be like, if he was born.
So you're saying his age. So you're saying his age in Indiana Jones is different than his age in real life.
Correct.
I mean, I'm sure nobody would remember that.
He's
Only
still
you would
playing-
remember
mainly his timeline in Indiana Jones is different than his timeline in real life.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. See, she made more sense there. You didn't at all.
Okay. Well, I guess he would be like in his 60s to almost 70s in the movies, but he's like 80 something right now, I think.
They would have to do less prosthetics on his face.
I'm just surprised he's able to walk.
Dude, I just think it's funny though, because so I've never seen Indiana Jones, any of them.
None of them?
None of them. I just said that. So I think that he doesn't even remember doing Star Wars, right? He hates those movies. If people ask him, he goes, "What the fuck is that?"
He went through a period of doing that. Now he's okay with it, especially since he got to go out the way he wanted to go out.
Yeah, it's just funny because people ask him questions. You know, do you think this? He goes, "I don't know what the hell you're talking about." So I wonder does he have the same mentality with Indiana Jones?
He's actually very protective of it.
Or does he like Indiana Jones better?
Like someone asked him about who would you want.
I think he's just cranky. I don't think he hates Star Wars.
He was asked who he would want to replace him as Indiana Jones. There was that time period that people thought that Chris Pratt was going to be, you know, the new Indiana Jones or something like that. And he said he looked at the person and there's a video of it. He's just like, there will never be. I am Indiana Jones. There will be no one else who is Indiana Jones. Like he holds on. That's his character, I think.
But he said Han Solo. Yeah, they could take that.
Yeah, well, they did.
I know. I know. That's why it's so funny. Because I just love the interviews where they're talking to him about it. And he goes, "I don't know what the hell you're talking about." It's just somebody very into the fan fiction and shit like that. You know, the lore. And he goes, "I don't know what you're talking about."
So
have you ever heard of the documentary about these young kids that started doing like a shot for shot remake of Raiders of the Lost Ark, and it was a project that would span multiple years because they basically like filmed during their like vacations and breaks and things like that.
No, I've never heard of it.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm in that anyway. But
well, now we want to go see it.
Yeah, it's. I mean, I think it was on Netflix for a while. I really don't know where it's streaming now. Raiders, the story of the greatest fan film ever made, I think is like the full title of the documentary itself.
Go find it.
It's a really interesting story, not because I'm in it. I'm barely in it, but like.
Are you playing
it's
Mary
worth
and
checking out
Ravenwood?
just for some of the later scenes that someone didn't want to. They didn't want somebody doing some of the more dangerous stuff.
So you stepped up.
Yeah, I just kind of happened to know one of the filmmakers. I think maybe they had been a screener at a festival that I had been in some projects in, and we got connected that way. So anyway, it was like a casual friend of mine, and basically they were like, "Hey, you would fit the dress. Do you want to come do this?" And I was like, "Yes, absolutely."
That's badass.
When else am I going to get to run from an exploding car?
All right, so the other thing we have is Guardians of the Galaxy 3 trailer.
Yeah, that's in the holiday special drop too.
Yeah. So first, the trailer, man. So that was like when I saw it, and I saw that we're gonna see a little bit more of Rocket's origin
Background. Yeah.
I was like, oh my god, I got a little teary because I was like, bro, it's gonna be so fucking good. It's probably gonna be one of those that makes you just fucking cry because I love the whole cast, and I've been sticking with them since the first one, and I just love how they've been growing and everything.
Yeah.
And then watching the holiday special made me grow even more. I was like, oh my god, dude, this is gonna be so
And the
good.
music that's attached.
Yep.
I love James Gunn's including
Oh,
the
yeah.
music too. It's part of the story anymore now.
I love it. James Gunn is always doing great. So
Now, Casey, I know you said that you haven't really been following the Guardians, but you don't really need to that much on the holiday special. If you go check it out on Disney Plus, it is in the same vein as your 80s and 90s, like a TV series would do, like a holiday special. That's a one-off. Mm-hmm. It's a heartwarming thing as much as a superhero
So it's
movie.
basically the Star Wars Christmas special, is what I'm hearing.
Well, but good.
Life
but
Day
good.
celebration.
No, but it's good. I mean, Kevin Bacon's in it.
Oh, word.
Kevin Bacon.
As Kevin Bacon.
Yeah.
Well, that's fun, I guess. I'm very curious to see how he fits into the lore.
Well, it's because from the first movie, I'll just give you a quick recap. Peter Quill was abducted in the 80s, and so Footloose and stuff was out. And every movie was all about Kevin Bacon saving something. So he regaled all of his comrades over the years that Kevin Bacon is like this great warrior who can defeat people with dance and, like doing things. And so they saw that he was being sad, and so some of the Guardians decided that they were going to go kidnap Kevin Bacon and bring him to Chris Pratt's character as a Christmas gift.
Oh, okay.
Kidnapping.
That's sweet.
Yeah, and from their perspective, they thought they were being sweet. They didn't really, catch on that they were kidnapping somebody who didn't want to go.
I do think that, like, out of the characters left to kind of delve deeper into, Rocket is, like, the more obvious choice.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he was like
it's like they suddenly remembered they had a multiple Oscar nominee in their back pocket that they don't even have to, like, they only have to. Well, no, I guess he does the mocap stuff too.
No,
so
he doesn't do
not just getting paid.
He doesn't do the mocap stuff. The guy who plays Kraglin, who's is James Gunn's brother, Sean Gunn. He does the mocap stuff for Rocket. He was going to be the Rocket's voice and everything, and then Disney stepped in and said, well, you're going to play this character. We can go for Rocket. We can go out and get someone big. So Bradley Cooper only does the voice, just like Vin Diesel is, only.
But it's funny because Groot is bigger now.
Yeah.
So he's like muscular.
He's kind of jacked now.
But, so now it actually sounds like Vin Diesel.
Yeah.
So it literally just sounds like Vin Diesel saying, I am Groot.
I am Groot.
Because now it just matches his body. It's funny as fuck.
So last but not least, we're going to kind of merge these last couple of things. And we kind of touched base with this earlier about retreading old IP. So Wednesday from Wednesday Addams of the Addams Family TV show and the movies from the 90s has her own show now on Netflix. And then Willow is coming back, a great adventure romp from the 80s. It's now got a TV show continuing on the story X amount of years later. That just dropped. Does anyone have any strong feelings about like wanting to watch these or interested in the story at all? Or like, is it more reconstituted nostalgia?
I mean, both can be true. Like I can recognize something as repackaged nostalgic cash in and still want to watch it. Willow, I'm definitely going to check out. I read like some of the books when I was younger. The movie is one of the very first ones that I remember seeing in theaters. And fun fact, I had to be like taken out briefly and calmed down when they started killing the dragon. Towards spoiler, I suppose, with the two-headed dragon, because I really like dragons, and so that was a very upsetting scene for a tiny Casey.
I was telling Honer that the Willow movie was actually kind of like dark and intense for a George Lucas kind of thing back in the day. So like, you can leave some kids kind of mostly scarred on some of the imagery on some of that stuff.
Well, for sure. The part where the guys are like the part where the whole army is being turned into pigs.
Or like just the evil sorceress just wants to kill a baby.
Yeah, well, and even towards the end of the movie. And here's a fun story about this, because I bought the movie years later on VHS. And I had told my friends all about the scene towards the end. I'm like, there's a scene where two old ladies, just beat the absolute shit out of each other. Like, it starts out with magic, and the magic starts getting more violent, and then like wands get knocked out of hands, and they're just wailing on each other. And I like the violence of that scene stuck with me as a kid, but then that scene didn't happen. And so I'm like, okay, do I have it confused with another movie? Am I making it up? But then in the end, whenever they're, happily ever aftering, you see that the, oh gosh, now I can't think of the older sorceress's name, but like she's got these claw marks across her face. And I was like, okay, yes, I remember that. Because like they're both going for the wand, and the one lady like grabs her under the chin and just like rakes her nails across her face. And it was like, okay, so that did happen. I didn't make it up.
Yeah.
They just apparently cut it out because they decided it was too upsetting.
Yeah, I remember that. Stuff that they showed in the theater, but they were like, maybe on VHS we need to smooth this out a little bit, and then when it was on to the cable network shows and stuff, the edited version, edited for time constraints, is what you always saw
right
on there. So they would cut out big parts that wouldn't fly on TV, but you can go to a theater to watch.
Mm-hmm. So like I'm gonna check it out because I think that Warwick Davis is a terrific actor. Obviously there's plenty of places for the story to grow, both in terms of like content that they can pull from the books, and it's just a magic universe with endless directions to take.
I'm excited for Wednesday because I'd like to more for my daughter. And the newer generations who had no idea about this stuff. I feel like it's nostalgia for me because I'm older, but I think it's introducing a new generation to like an old family, friend.
Yeah.
Like it's bringing them into saying, and then that might them go back and watch the brilliant performances of Raul Julia, and Angela Houston on the Addams Family and Addams Family's Value. And then even going back to the black and white Addams Family TV show, like I like that that's bringing it up to date.
I like it because
isn't it wild that Raul Julia is no longer with us, but
is that
John
Morticia?
Astin is still alive? No, that was Gomez in the movies.
Oh, it sounded like a chick name. I thought you said a girl's name.
Raul.
Oh,
Raul Julia.
Oh, I heard Julia. I guess I didn't hear the Raul. Okay. Dang, I like
and
that
Christopher
guy.
Lloyd is Uncle Fester. Yeah. Is an inspired casting choice. So Wednesday, I'm gonna check it out at some point because like I've seen the little gal that plays Wednesday in a lot of other things, and I think she's great. And I do want to see her headline something.
Yeah, she's phenomenal in it. I love that.
But like Wednesday being a little kid is sort of what makes her unique.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
It's not odd.
Like
it's
10.
not odd for a teenager to be observational, snarky, and
intelligent.
Well, just having sort of an adult level of wit.
Mm-hmm.
Like by the time you're a teen, you've had time to develop at least a little of it of that. I'm not saying that teens are funny. Apologies to all teen viewers. You're not, but you will be. You might be closer than some. But like a 10-year-old, that's really something, that level of like, I don't know, that acerbicness, if that's a word. So having her be grown up, I think takes away from that. That's a problem I have with the Addams Family musical as well. Excuse me. Apparently this Hydra makes you spit fire burping a lot, but
well, I mean, it shows that on the can, right? Are you gonna grow 2 more heads?
Indeed, yeah. I think that time I was burping the like purple and yellow stuff. So anyway, like I said, I'm gonna check it out. I mean, Catherine Zeta-Jones and Luis Guzman as Gomez and Morticia. That sounds like a great choice too. But I'm just a little wary.
Yeah.
Netflix they get real paint by numbers with things, especially if they're like, oh, this is easy. This is something that people already like. They get very cocky with a built-in fan base.
Mm-hmm.
I guess there's a possibility that somebody from Netflix is listening to this and I'm burning my future bridges with them. But
well, I mean, Tim Burton does pretty good, and I actually watched all of Wednesday, and it's fantastic. The casting is great, except for Morticia. I think she's probably my least favorite, only because she seems a little too nice, I guess. She doesn't seem as mysterious as she was in the older movies.
I'm halfway through.
So less a casting choice and more of a writing choice?
Yeah, I think so.
I think it was a missed opportunity to not have Christina Ricci reprise the role and then become Morticia.
Mm-hmm.
But
that would have been interesting.
But I'm not against Catherine Zeta-Jones. I just feel like she is a little bit warm.
Yeah, she doesn't seem cold, dead inside.
She doesn't need to be. She's never been cold, but she's always been dry.
Yeah,
and she's very warm.
Aloof.
Yeah, so
you can actually tell she's kind of like, I don't know. She's very loving. She acts different. I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll say the casting for Wednesday is awesome. Wednesday's best friend is also awesome. She's lovable too. And the school that they go to is awesome. I think it's just it's basically a copy of Sabrina. But Adam's family.
The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina.
But Adam's family.
Yeah.
And so it's basically
I didn't care much for Chilling Adventures.
But I would say this is better. This is better. I do like this a lot. I love this one. This is one that I can go to sleep. I'll turn it on before bed, and we just watch it and pass out. I
think I'm becoming resentful of Netflix, like grabbing actresses that I really, really like, and they're like, we're putting them in a headlining role, and then it ends up not being very good sometimes.
Yeah, no, this one they definitely did okay. I feel like they give Tim Burton a lot of free
reign.
Yeah, I think they let him do his thing because obviously he's a legend.
Okay.
But yeah, so
I wondered how much he was actually involved, or if it was just like name and aesthetic.
I think he had his hands on it like the whole time. It seems like another Tim Burton project, which is awesome. It just seems like it's just a cut up movie, basically.
Okay. Yeah, well, like I said, I mean, I'm definitely going to check it out, and I've heard great things, and like literally my only reason not to watch it is that after this many years of people like digging up something that was a hit when I was about 10 or 11 years old, I'm like, okay, all right, what else do we have?
Yeah, what's next?
Is there perchance any new ideas that we would like to explore?
Yeah, I get that.
But again, that's not me like knocking the Wednesday series. The Wednesday series just happened to come along when I was getting tired of it. I have not seen it, so I can't comment on it, good or bad, other than to say that like I think Jenna Ortega is a very compelling young actress, and I'm sure that she's great.
I agree. And so with that, you know what else is compelling? Our final thoughts on this beer. So, Bruce, how do you like it, dude? You love it or what, dude?
I like it as a surprise every time I take a drink from it. I don't think it's even ever had the same taste anytime I've taken any of it. It's like a different head is attacking me, or like a different combination, maybe two different heads. So I'm getting a little bit more blackberry and mango on one. Then it's maybe mango and passion fruit on the next time I take it. And then the rare occasion it's just all cookie is the one time I don't like it.
Are you getting cookie within every one, or just
no?
random?
Not always. A lot of times, yes. But I have had one where it was just the cookie spices. I'm like, oh, wait a second. Oh, so I'm gonna give it. Overall, I really liked it, though it's not great. It's very good. So I'm gonna give it a 3.75.
Yeah,
I thoroughly enjoyed it. Love the can art. I love Mortalis. Actually, I think I prefer this version of Hydra than the mead that we had. Because the mead was very pineapple-y, which I couldn't get over, and this doesn't have any of the pineapple at all. So that's why if we're going to compare the two.
Right. Okay. I would say a 3.25. This one, like you said, everyone is a different flavor, which that's cool. It's a great experience. But when I'm drinking something, I want to taste the same thing every time. I don't want to experience something totally different and then the graham cracker in it every time. The graham cracker is not good for me because it's like fruity flavors mixed with a cookie. And I don't know, it reminds me of like a raisin cookie. And I don't like raisin cookies. Mm-hmm. And so I'm just getting all these random flavors with cookie. And I think without the cookie, it would have been a good one, even though I don't like blackberry, but I would rather choose the blackberry over the cookie flavor. So 3.25. What about you, Casey?
Out of 5?
Yes.
By quarters.
You know what? I'm going to give it a 5.
5-star banger. Boop, boop.
It's not perfect, but I cannot tell you immediately what I would change about it. So I'm going to give it points for boldly being itself, and I stuck around anyway.
God dang.
Oh, wow.
It's a lot going on, though.
It is. There's a lot of stuff going in.
And speaking of
I can't imagine drinking this with something, you know? Like what food would you eat this with? Or
a cookie.
Yeah, I guess.
A croissant.
You almost have to have it by itself.
Yeah. I see that. And a spice.
But I like it. I'm on board.
And a place that we're all on board with is our first sponsor.
Looking for a cool craft beer bar? Hop Station Craft Bar has over 30 rotating taps and hundreds of bottles and cans to enjoy. They also do can purchases for carryout. Not a fan of beer? Well, you're in luck because they have a unique cocktail menu as well. So come enjoy the arcade games, dart boards, and the pool table. Oh, did we forget to mention the food? Whether you want street tacos or delicious pizza, you can't go wrong. With the outdoor patio, it won't be hard for you to find the perfect spot to relax. So head down to Hop Station, the #1 craft beer bar in Indiana. You'll find them on 318 Union Street, Mishawaka, Indiana. Hey, got that vertigo. Hey, in the morning, hey, early in the morning, and I got that wood like a lumberjack. Hey, I got that lumberjack. Hey, you know what that is, cause I carry it on my back, and I'm running to the woods to cut that wood, and I'm gonna do what I can to make a amount of money, cause I got that vertigo, so you know I gotta go anywhere where I can go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, fee, fi, fo. Yeah. Hey, got that vertigo, I can barely stand. Vertigo, freestyle, trap, beat, new rap, hip-hop, instrumental music, 2020, freeze, instrumental, Rouge, YouTube. Welcome back. Everybody, we are back and ready to drink a stout. From who?
Red Velvet Cake Pastry Stout from Untitled Art. A stout imperial double pastry. Double the pastry stout. 11.7% ABV. No listed IBUs. There's been 1,400 check-ins for an average score of 4.16.
Bro.
Untitled Art is a regional brewery at Waunakee, Wisconsin.
Bro.
What's the initials for Wisconsin?
W-I.
That is correct.
Woo, boys.
The style guy says a pastry stout with cocoa nibs, coconut, beet juice for color, and artificial and natural flavors. It should taste rich, sweet, cake, velvety, and overly sweet. What does everyone think?
Bro, honestly, this is one of the best pastry stouts I've ever had.
Oh.
Dude, right.
Oh, and the smell, the smell hooked me. I took that smell, I'm like, this tastes like, it smells like red velvet cake.
Don't smell motor oil, you know what I mean?
No.
Like, it's just like, you smell the pleasantness of Christmas. Pine, I don't know, I was going to go off into like a Christmas miracle kind of
Christmas miracle. Well, speaking of miracles, Casey, the miracle that you are, what do you think of this beer so far?
They were not kidding about the overly sweet. The smell, I was so excited, and then I took my swig and had to take a step back. That is very, very sweet.
They got the pastry down right.
Yeah. What kind of pastry do we think we're working with here, gang?
going to say baklava with just layers and layers and layers of sugar.
Yeah.
I'm going to say vanilla cake.
It's chocolate cake.
It takes a minute. I do start to get the cocoa kind of on the back end.
Yeah.
Beet juice for coloring.
They do that a lot, actually. What is it? Strawberry milk usually has beet juice in it. A lot of people don't realize that.
So if I go into the mirror and say beet juice 3 times, is
someone's gonna hand you a strawberry milk?
Somebody will bring you a tall, full glass of strawberry milk.
Beet juice.
And it will look visually appealing because it won't just look
it's gonna
white.
It's gonna look Jordan appealing.
Oh, I just got that. That's
director humor.
And that's improv humor there, right?
That's right.
Hey. So, yes, stout is definitely the right word.
But surprisingly delicious for me.
Yeah, I agree.
Because I was expecting...
It's tasty. It's just assertive.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's very demanding of what you're doing right now.
Maybe that's why it's in a smaller size can than normal.
Well, I was going to say, Untitled Art usually is, but they do have taller ones. Never mind. I digress. Go ahead and hit it. 1, 2. Die bar review, die bar review, die bar review. 1 star, 2, 3 star, 4, maybe a couple of 5s. Die bar review, die bar review, die bar review. Die bar reviews is where I read 1 through 5 star reviews for die bars I'll probably never visit. All right, let's do this thing. Today we're digitally visiting Zoo Bar and Grill in Brookfield, Illinois. You ever been there, Casey?
I haven't.
Oh, shit. Well, we're about to find out if you want to go or not.
Well, this is going to be a discovery for both of us. All 3 of us.
All right, well, let's find out how it feels and if you're going to be safe going there. All right. Gregory Von Dare starts us off with the 3-star, says, a funky local rundown bar, just right for getting sloppy drunk or cheating on a spouse. Not much in the way of class, but a big U-shaped bar and a sassy barmaid.
You just go there to cheat?
Hey, everybody knows your name, but they ain't no snitch.
Is it with the sassy barmaid, or is it just letting you know that I think that's just an option. Secret?
She's one of the options.
It's option, secret holder, all of the above.
Yeah, if they snitch, you can't be.
I'm not currently looking to cheat, so maybe that one's not for me. But
yeah, you're not allowed to go.
Who knows?
Well, you could get sloppy drunk still.
I can sloppy drunk, but then what if somebody's like trying to cheat with me and I don't pick up on the social cues because I'm too drunk?
They just go around the U-shaped bar to the other side.
That's the non-cheater side.
Yeah.
That's when you flag down that sassy barmaid, and then with the secret signal, and she shows up with her catchphrase and kicks them out.
And she tries to hook up with you. She's like $5.
I was about to say, how good and how consistent is the discount?
All right, Skyra Kurus with a 2-star says, that place sucks. The 2 brothers that run the place always looking thirsty. I wouldn't take my girl there. Other than that, the music is good and so is the food.
So he's only giving it a bad review because he's scared that his girl will cheat on him with the brothers.
Yeah, I was about to say, well, he heard it was a popular spot to cheat.
Yeah, so, you know what? I would probably be not on the lookout for the owners, but I'd be on the lookout for Gregory Von Dare, the one that says it's okay to cheat
right?
there. he's the guy.
His profile picture. Let's get a good look at this guy.
He's just an older white guy.
Okay, well, yeah, they always are, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. All right, Gil,
all right, what else we got?
Yeah, we got Gil Colazzo, 3-star, says, Indy, wow, you'll like the music if you grew up in the area. Freestyle, old hip-hop, Chicago house music, etc. Crowd is sketchy, though, so be cautious if you're not from around here.
Okay.
So watch out.
Well, all right.
Watch out. All right.
Jennifer Clancy with a 1-star Janger says, that place was a BBC WR crowded and staff was very rude.
BBC WR. Oh,
Honestly, I think she was drunk when she did it. But when she said BBC, I'm thinking of the porn category.
No idea. What's WR?
You don't know what BBC is?
I know the first part.
I was like, theater.
But what's the WR?
Wait, Casey doesn't know the BBC?
I mean, I can surmise it, but
Okay.
my first thought was like Masterpiece Theater.
Oh. A bunch of British people?
Yeah. Listen to old school hip hop.
Like, BBC, what?
Yeah, we'll just let you guys figure that out on your own later on.
All
For the
right.
crowd out there, you guys, BBC,
Well,
go ahead and
yeah,
Google
I
it.
mean,
I know what it is.
yeah,
I know. I'm saying for the audience.
Hey, listeners, if you guys want me to go check this place out, and then tell the Drunk with Buds guys, and
We'll do a poll.
If 5 people request that I go check this place out, and I don't know if I will test it for like its cheating options, but
What about the thirsty trap of the brothers?
well, yeah, I will check for the horny owners and the sassy barmaid.
Yeah, just watch out for Gregory.
Yeah, I'm gonna look up his review so that I have an idea.
Like,
of what
are
I'm
you
looking
Gregory?
Von Dare.
Von don't.
Ooh, all right. So Allie with a 5-star banger says, came from the zoo and went here for just a bite to eat before going home. The bartender lady was very kind and accommodating to us, even though she seemed to be the only one working. We ordered fries, traditional wings, and the chicken bites. All came out in a timely manner and it was delicious. You could tell she knew how to fry. Not one thing was super greasy, and traditional wings are some of the best I've had in a while.
All right, so only one person was working that only took the order, went back there and made the order and brought it back to her.
That sounds like my dive bar that I go to, Buds. The guy just
Apparently,
literally sits
you
there.
need to go when the sassy barmaid is working and not when the owners are there.
Yeah, because the sassy barmaid is going to cook you up some good ass food.
Yeah, and be kind and accommodating.
Gabriel Anthony with a 1-star says, horrible music. DJ was just stuck playing freestyle music. He was not reading the room. He was just playing what he liked. Besides that, Zubar has a great clientele and food. I would at least give it 2 stars if you liked the place.
Wait,
and not the
so he
DJ.
gave it a 1 star on
Because
the
of the
basis
DJ.
of a DJ that doesn't even play there regularly?
Yeah, that's so shitty.
I'm sorry. What's his name again?
Gabriel Anthony.
He's got 2 first names.
Gabriel,
Anthony.
delete that review.
Come back
That's
and
not
try it
helpful to
again.
anyone. You didn't
Yeah.
even tell us the name of the DJ. We can't even avoid him.
Yeah, if the DJ's up there,
Like-
they're like, oh, we got to go home.
Yeah, like just avoid it on the night that he's there. Why couldn't you like find this guy's professional page and leave him a bad review?
Yeah, be like, he sucked at Zubar.
Yeah. Anyway,
I think it's funny though,
whatever.
because I could see myself if I was the DJ, I'd play like freestyle music and I would be the freestyling one to it. And then people would be like, "This shit sucks." And I'd be like, "Hey, they're paying for me. I don't give a fuck."
Yeah, well, yeah, the whole like he just played what he wants. It's like, well, I assume he played things that he mixed.
Yeah, probably.
But yes, that's what a DJ can do.
Yeah,
Unfortunately.
And I don't know if this is I don't know. Chicago, I feel like they like a lot of freestyle beats and hip hop music and shit like that. So maybe he was playing it for that crowd and not Gabriel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gabriel.
Fuck off, Gabriel.
No, I'm not going to say that.
I did it.
Gabriel,
I said it for me.
It's your life, but I would suggest maybe giving the Zoo Bar another opportunity. And I've never even been there.
Right.
I'm just saying you shouldn't write 1-star reviews of an establishment based on the act that they booked to play.
I agree with that. He can also fuck off still. All right. So Dana Anna ends us off with a 5-star banger saying, I'm giving 5 out of 5 stars to the bar owner of this bar. He is extremely thoughtful and nice. He actually cares about the people who drink at this place. My friend was extremely drunk, and he took in his hands to call people on his phone to make sure he gets a ride home. I don't know what bar owner would do that. Thank you for being such a great bar owner. Smiley face. Maybe that was a move on you, girl. Since the owners are fucking smooth as hell.
owners?
Yeah, they're smooth as hell.
They're straps.
They try to get your friend out of the way so they can.
Well, but I'm also wondering, why are you not taking care of your friend?
Yeah, you could have called the fucking Uber. That's
I mean,
wild.
you know,
Yeah,
maybe
that's
maybe the friend's not listening. I suppose I've had those friends that like become selectively deaf to you, but it's
Oh,
very interesting that people seem to be reviewing almost everything except the bar.
yeah. They're like, the owners are great. I love it. And then everything else. Like, people have, okay, I will say, people did say the food is good. The workers
Yeah.
are great. But then it's always about the DJ. It's always about the music. And then whatever that BBC comment was about. And then crowded. I also saw that a lot. But otherwise, I saw owners are great, friendly. They don't let people rough house, and the troublemakers, they get kicked out, just like a dive bar. You know, people usually start fights, they get kicked the fuck out.
Yeah.
So otherwise, it did sound good. Also, it looks like a tiny ass castle, which is cool as fuck.
And it sounds like it's really close to the zoo too. So
Yeah.
So it's probably why it's extra busy, because all those parents, you
Right.
know, like
Yeah, they
leave the
get a
kids
lot
in the
of- they get a
car,
lot
and
of
like, now
city
it's time for
traffic.
us to have fun.
Yeah, Allie with the
Yeah.
5-star banger was one of those that came from the zoo.
Yes.
So there you have it. If you're ever in Brookfield, Illinois, then stop on by Zoo Bar and Grill. It looks like a tiny ass castle and cheap drinks. Cheat on your spouse and enjoy the old school hip hop DJ freestyles. Go visit or don't. You know that won't affect my life in the slightest. All right, back to me, Honer. All right, so I love this drink so far. I mean, I like it. You know what I'm saying? Like, more than I would a stout. So that's cool. And I would say, because I did actually go to Niles Brewing Company, shouts out. I went there and he had Neapolitan Stout. He had a Wonderland Cinnamon Pecan Stout, which is fire. And then there was another one. It was the Root Beer Float Stout. That one was all right. But then he had a IPA that I actually enjoyed.
Ooh.
But his stouts are at fire right now because it's winter's time. So he has a lot of stouts on there.
What score did you give this stout?
So this stout, dude, honestly, let me get one more sip. So go to someone else real quick.
Casey, what did you think about this beer?
I think it may be too much for me
Okay.
in the end. Like, all the flavors are so strong.
And what score would you give it from 0 to 5 by quarters?
I'll give it about a 3.25.
Okay.
Here's a question for you guys.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Because I'm more of an herbal person. It's legal where I am, but my husband drinks a lot of beers. Would y'all like me to like pour him a little off and give you like a rating of someone who actually has a better palate for this?
Sure. But
that
we
works.
like pallets of all shapes and sizes.
Yeah, sure. I'm going to give it like a 3.25, but I will also say that like if you like really strong flavors, you would love this.
Yeah, I'll say yeah, during the break, go ahead and let him try it or whatever. And if he's there to test it out, yeah, we'll definitely take that also.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, I thoroughly liked it. The smell hooked me. The taste,
Oh, the smell's amazing.
the taste
Sorry,
was
go
good.
ahead.
It was strong. Things I do like about it that I was surprised that Honer's reaction of liking it is that the cocoa nibs seem to be on the dark chocolate side. And I know Honer doesn't like dark chocolate, but I think it mixes well with that beet juice here, and it's a good. And then the extra sweetness. It's like a war of the extra sweet and then the bitter of that chocolate. So
Yeah.
like I feel like it's dancing on my tongue. I really like it. I'm not a huge stout guy. I'm going to give it a 3.75. I think it's on the edge of great.
All right, I think I'm ready to give it a score. Okay, so I would say maybe it is the beet juice that's actually covering the dark chocolate. I didn't even think about that. But it is making it a little bit more tolerable. I am tasting a little bit of the dark chocolate, but it's not ruining anything for me. But overall, I'm going to say a 4.25.
Woo!
Wow.
I like it a lot. I think I agree with Casey with how sweet it is. It's a little too much at times, so it is definitely a sipper. But I
The
feel like,
flavors are all very competitive
Yes.
against each other.
but I also,
They're all rushing to the front.
but I think, I think that stouts are usually slow sippers anyway.
Yeah.
But this is,
Yeah.
compared to most stouts that I've had, this is a little bit more crushable.
Oh, okay.
It's a nice mix of crushable and sipper. It's like in the middle.
It's on the edge of a porter.
Like I could taste it. No, I'm not talking about porter.
But I mean, porter's a little bit faster to drink.
I feel like this is a little bit smoother and easier to drink than a regular stout. Like if you put like a motor oil right in front of me right now, stout, I'd be like probably still at the top. But this one, I'm actually halfway.
I feel like this is a great timing on this beer too. I feel like this is very Christmassy.
Mm-hmm.
Without being overly Christmassy. Like it's not using the spices and stuff that invoke. It just feels like something that you would have on Christmas.
Just like, oh, it's the holidays. I can indulge in something a little chocolatey. And,
Which probably explains why I was trying to go Christmassy earlier.
Yeah.
All right. So our next sponsor is coming right up. Let's listen to what they have to say.
Indiana Whiskey Company, located at 1115 West Sample Street, South Bend, Indiana. Open from Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. It's a sampling room, but you can also purchase whiskey, bourbon, flavored whiskeys like chocolate and maple, which we have tried on a past episode. So, go give Indiana Whiskey Company a visit in South Bend, Indiana, or you can find them at your local liquor store. And if they don't have it, then ask them to carry it. Sign up for a tour at inwhiskey.com. Hey, hold up. This a fucking hold up. Lift your top up. Hold up. Let me see them titties. Hey. Look at that Milky Way. Hey. Look like a candy bar. Know what I say. Gonna rob that little bank over there cause it's a piggy. And I'm doing whatever I can to miss Piggy. Doing what I can but Kermit's out of the way. See, cause I'm doing what I do, man. Cause I'm kind of wavy right now. And everything I see is kind of a little fucking hazy. Man, a little high, man. I'm a little low. I don't know, man. I'm just trying to go. So I'm just gonna do what I can to do what I do when I don't know. Yeah. Oh, drinking this pastry stout. That's what I'm about. But I do what I do when I can when I do it. Shit. It's a hold on. Let me see them titties. Free beats, no copyright. Hold up. Free talk. Beat 2022 trap beat. Wavy beats. Beats provider on YouTube. Welcome back, everybody, to Drunk with Buds. I am here with Casey and Bruce.
That's me. I'm Bruce.
I'm Casey.
How's everybody doing? How are we all feeling now?
Pretty toasty.
Feeling all right.
Well, good. We're about to feel even better because this next one is Tropical Milkshake from WeldWerks Brewing Company. It's a double IPA. I love those. And it's a smoothie IPA also. 7.7% ABV, not available IBU. One of my friends checked it in. They give it a 0, and 3,300 people checked in. So 4.18 out of 5 average. And WeldWerks is from Greeley, Colorado. Style guide says double IPA brewed with mango, pineapple, passion fruit, guava, vanilla, milk, sugar, and citra, raku, lemon drop, and saber hops. Fruity, tropical, creamy, juicy, sweet. And we got it from Citywide Liquor. Also, we got the last beer from Citywide Liquors also. So shouts out local there, right there. And I was trying to see if your little check-in was in Bruce because he's the friend that drank this beer already.
Well, I'm not. If you go to the friend, it's not me.
I saw. I didn't see it, though.
I didn't check it in, but I did pre-sample this by accident.
One of my friends named Trash did.
Yeah, our friend, because he's on my friend list, too.
It's not a competition, bitch.
Oh,
okay.
I'm just saying it's the same. Okay.
So how's it taste, man? I haven't tried it yet. Does it taste like you remember?
It smells good. It smells tropical. But you're going to, as I remember, you're going to have tropical flavors and then a little bit of a leaf at the end.
Slight leaf. But I do taste the lemon drop hops. That's awesome, though, that they have those. Did not know that was a thing because that's exactly what I taste. A lemon drop.
I actually prefer this one more than the one I had before.
Did you have it in a glass last time?
No, actually, I had it out of the can.
So if you have it in the glass, it actually opens up the hops and lets them breathe a little bit. And so then you actually get what they want you to get.
What have you done of Honer? Because Honer is not an expert on IPAs. Is Big Chief here? Because that's what it sounds like.
I told you I've been to IPAs lately.
I guess so. Casey, what do you think of your first thoughts of this Tropical Milkshake Double IPA?
IPA.
It's very mellow. It's not immediately very IPA-ish to me, which for me is a good thing. I
Same
tend
here.
not to like an IPA, but this one, it's very, I don't know, maybe it's like all of these sweet fruits, but it's very softened somehow.
It is really
It's
good.
very soft. I will agree that
It's like the hops are on a bed of these flavors, and they're covering the hops very nicely, very gently, calmly. It's at home. It's comfortable. It's being laid to rest, and we don't taste that, and that's what we love about this drink.
this is like night and day to the one I had a couple weeks ago with my brother-in-law. I unbeknownstly bought a pack when he went to the Citywide with me, and I didn't know it was the same one that I sent to you, Casey. And we were sampling it, and then and I did not like it. I really did it. To me, it was like the fruit flew away too fast, and then there was this really hoppy, grassy, almost like herbal flavor on the back end that just kept growing and growing.
There's definitely something herbal there.
But
Yeah,
this one is so much mellower than that one. And
Yes.
I was drinking out of a can, and that could be it. Like you said, maybe it didn't open up. It didn't dissipate what's going on like
You have
you're
to
supposed
give
to.
it a little second to like open up. You know?
So this one's like night and day different.
Yeah.
So I'm thoroughly glad that I actually am now going to drink this, because I was just going to drink a couple sips and just give my review from the last one. But now I can't do that. I have to.
So it's kind of like you're drinking it for the first time.
Oh, yeah, in a way.
Yeah, which is nice. I agree. I think IPAs, they're hit or miss, man. So lately, like I said, it's IPA season for me. And last year it was not. I don't know why. It's colder out. I'm liking a little bit more hoppy, a little bit more malty. And when I went to Blockhead in Valpo, I was talking to the guy that was working, and he was like, I was talking to him about how I like double IPAs better. And he goes, yeah, I agree, because it has more malt forward than the hops. And I was like, that's the perfect explanation, because I could not for the life of me explain why I like double IPAs. It's a nice balance of them both.
Yeah.
So you get a little bit more, you get a little malty, a little hoppy, but regular IPAs, you get all hops. So this is actually doing way better than any other double IPA I've drank, because the flavors are really freaking fantastic.
Yeah,
They're
they
Complimentary.
Yeah, they're very great together. And the fact that is this a milkshake IPA?
Yes, it is.
I've been into those too lately. So this is awesome.
Now, I know you guys have been very complimentary lately, but it's time for Bruce Trivia, where you're
no.
sworn enemies.
Do I need a buzzer?
Yes, you do.
Okay. Bruce. Bruce.
Trivia.
Bruce.
Trivia.
Bruce. Bruce.
Trivia.
Bruce Trivia.
Coming at you. It's coming. You know it.
Bruce Trivia coming at you live.
It's time for Bruce Trivia.
I kind of sounded like Jonas Brothers at the end of there.
No, you didn't. The Nonis Brothers.
I'd high five you if I could.
Oh. We have two contestants today. We have Honer
Hello.
and we have Casey.
Hello.
Casey, I don't think you have a buzzer ready, so you're going to have to make some audible noise that alerts me to the fact that you are buzzing in. We are playing the feud, so it won't be too often. It'll just be on the head-to-head part. So I'm sure you know how to play the feud.
Probably. If not, I bet I can pick it up real quickly.
Well, yeah, it's the Family Feud.
It's Family Feud-ish. I kind of understand that game.
Yeah, it's pretty easy. We don't have to go over the instructions. We'll just see where it lies. All right. So they've asked 100 adults these questions. Round one has a crap ton. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 answers. 9 to get. So get your hands on your buzzers or your voice of whatever you're gonna do. Whoa, what was that? That might be the buzzer. I don't know. It sounds like someone dropped some change.
that was me trying something out. We'll see.
Name something you might find at the North Pole. Well, Honer was really quick on that buzzer there. Honer, what do you think?
Snow.
Snow is the number one answer. So, Honer, do you wish to play or pass?
Yeah, I'm gonna pass that one.
Ooh,
No, that's all right.
Ooh,
I don't know.
Tough strategy here. Okay. If you clear the board, Casey, you win the round. There are 8 more answers. You don't have to buzz in anymore. Just give me answers. You get 3 strikes.
Polar bears.
That's 1 strike.
Ice.
That is on the list.
And Aurora Borealis.
Ooh.
2 strikes.
Reindeer.
That is on the list.
All right. Elves.
She's clearing that board quickly now.
And we're gonna go Santa's workshop.
Again, on fire.
Santa Claus.
Ew, can she be stopped?
She probably can. She's great at self-sabotage. We're gonna say Mrs. Claus because maybe the whole family's there.
Whoop, that's another correct
The
answer.
whole family.
You got, just so you know, there's 2 answers remaining, and they're the bottom 2.
Okay. Candy canes.
That is 3
no.
strikes. You can still win. Honer has to get one of the 2 answers right. If he doesn't, you win round 1.
Let's get what she said.
Snow, elves, Santa Claus, Santa's toy shop, reindeer, ice, Mrs. Claus.
Oh shit. Honestly, I thought it was gonna be like not realistic. I thought it was realistic. So when you said North Pole, I was like,
same.
what's there? I was like, what the hell's there? Okay. Gifts.
I'm going to have to give you the Bruce stretch.
Yeah.
Toys. So that was on the list. The other one is igloos. Because I guess Eskimos live there.
Okay, first off,
Inuit,
So
the
just to be
Inuit
clear,
live
once
there.
Again, these were adults, right?
Ice
We
climbers.
were polling adults.
So I
Bowling
thought
and-
I was not gonna get it because of the toy shop. So I thought it was very obvious that toys were there already.
But you got it.
I know, hell yeah, I'm glad.
All right,
And
Casey,
yet you
round
did.
2 is worth double. This is your chance to take the lead and win the whole thing.
Son of a bitch.
Thank goodness.
All right. 100 people name a Christmas story that parents read their children.
Huh.
Buzz in. It's so fast. No one's buzzing. Oh,
Sorry.
Casey.
'Twas the night before Christmas.
That is correct, and that's the number 1 answer. So,
Okay.
Casey, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more answers. Do you wish to play or pass? If you play and you get them all right, you win. But you also eliminate answers, making it less answers available to Honer to win.
Sure.
He's basically
I'm
telling you
go-
to keep going.
You should play.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep going for a minute. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Number 3.
I forget these are books because I always think of those shows. You know what I mean?
Yeah, or songs.
Yeah.
The Little Match Girl.
1 strike.
Alas. I'm trying to think of what all Christmas stories there are. I mean, like the first nativity, does that count? Is that a Christmas story?
I don't even know that.
The
Okay,
birth of
great.
Jesus, the nativity, is number 2 on the list.
I was like, I don't know that one.
I love that it's after it was the night before Christmas. All right, so wait, are parents not traumatizing their kids with the Little Match Girl anymore?
I guess
We'll circle
not.
back.
Go the fuck to
Christmas
sleep.
stories.
Great book.
The Gift of the Magi.
That is 2 strikes. You have 1 more to go.
All right. I mean, there is a Christmas story, but I think it is more a movie than something that parents read to kids. But I'm just going to say Christmas story to keep the ball rolling.
That is 3
All right.
strikes. I'm sorry, Casey. Honer, you have lots of boardroom.
Christmas Carol.
That is correct for the win. A clean sweep.
Ah!
We also had The Nutcracker, Frosty the Snowman, and How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
All classics.
The Nutcracker is a story that people's parents read them.
I guess. Like,
I feel like
if
that's
you're
just
born in the Victorian age.
like I said, I only think of these as like plays or movies. I didn't even know they were
Yeah.
books.
Yeah, Frosty's a book. I'm seeing that. Christmas Carol, like you did, Dickens. You know,
Well, I
I'm
assume
surprised
that
that
is,
wasn't
yeah.
come up.
Yeah.
And Grinch, Dr. Seuss.
Yeah, I know. Speaking of Spirited, have you seen that?
Nope.
On Apple TV.
I don't have Apple TV.
It's
Yeah.
basically a Christmas Carol musical.
Ah,
Chill out, Casey. So thank you, everybody. I won. I beat Casey. I don't know if I beat them last time. I have no idea. I can't recollect that long. But if that was
I
number,
think you did, actually.
well, it's good that I can.
well,
still
it
beat
wasn't
you
just
guys this
Casey.
time.
She's not sheltering the whole loss last time. Glenn was also on her team.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, I want to say that was a good run. Did not know it was gonna be Christmas themed until he started saying shit. But yeah, that was fun. Thank you for that.
You are now the king of Christmas.
I'm the king of Christmas, man. I'm the anti-Scrooge.
Krampus?
Is he the king of Christmas?
No. He gets all the naughty kids.
Oh, shut.
I mean, we don't know what he does with them. He might eat them.
I think they do. I think the old
I think
story is he does eat them.
He eats the bad kids. It's to scare them into being good kids. But also, I saw Violent Night with what's his Hopper from Stranger Things.
David Harbour.
Violent, gory, pretty cool. Lasted way too long. Funny. Had the girl from Righteous Gemstones, the sister.
Okay.
It was all right.
Oh man, she's so good.
I know I love her so much too. But the movie was all
Edie
right.
Patterson or Peterson.
But the second half of the movie, it finally got violent and it started getting there. And there's some Home Alone kills too. It's just so fucking great. That's awesome. But yeah, great movie to
Nice.
see with your family. So
Yeah, it sounds like a fun grab the kids, like gather around.
you know what else is a great fun grab the kids, gather around? Is this beer.
Yeah, pass that beer around to the kids. That'll
Yeah, the
make
kids
them
would
fall
love this.
asleep pretty quick.
How do you guys feel about this beer?
Tropical, easy to drink, not at all hoppy like I used to have. I'm going to give this baby, just on today's alone taste testing, a 4. It is divine.
It's a good one. I don't agree with you all the way. I think there's something in it that's making me not like it. I think the lemon drops are starting to become their own enemy with the hops, because the hop flavor is starting to taste floral with the lemon drops, and so it kind of tastes minty with the lemon drops on it, and it's starting to overbear too much. But every other thing in it is great, so it is still drinkable. But I don't like the aftertaste, the finish of it, which is the lemon drop hop flavor. So with that, I'm gonna give it a 3.75. Woo! I'm here. Set 3.75.
All right. How about you, Casey?
I'm probably going to give it about a 3.75 as well. It's being graded on a special like IPA scale, but oddly enough, the fact that it tastes less like an IPA makes me like it more. I think the flavors are all pretty complementary. I will say it doesn't taste very seasonal to me.
Yeah.
This seems like a springtime beer.
Get you ready for summer, like bring you
Yeah, like you mow the lawn for the first time after the snow melts, and then you have this sort of thing.
I get that. I get that. So next up is top 15 cities shout out. Here we go. South Bend, Indiana, Denver, Colorado, Chicago, Illinois, Columbia City, Indiana, Granger, Indiana, St. Leonard's on the Seas, East Sussex, England, Carlsbad, California, Wilmington, North Carolina, Troy, Ohio, Oceanville, New Jersey, Melbourne, Victoria, Australia, Frankfurt on Main, Hesse, Germany, Clemens, North Carolina,
Woo!
Caledonia, Michigan, Livingston, West Lothian, Australia, I can't spit it out. Lynn, Massachusetts, Warsaw, Indiana, Wyoming, Michigan. That's a weird combination. Knox, Indiana, Bayonne, New Jersey, Lancaster, South Carolina, Plymouth, Indiana, Wayland, Michigan, Marshall, Indiana, Stone Park, Illinois, Bluffton, South Carolina, New York, Zionsville, Indiana, Mishawaka, Indiana, Lyndhurst, New York, Bremen, Indiana, Claypool, Indiana, Indianapolis, Indiana, Syracuse, Indiana, Onaway, Michigan, Detroit, Michigan, Valparaiso, Indiana, Sarasota, Florida, and finally Pequot, Ohio. It's last call.
Last call, babies.
The bartender or that are thirst traps from the zoo are asking
Or
us.
the sassy barmaid.
Are asking us, what beer do you want to end your night with? It doesn't have to be your favorite. It's the one that you think will end your night the best. Honer, what do you think?
Yeah, so out of all the beers that we had today, if I would have to go on a hard note, it's going to have to be the Pastry.
The Pastry Stout? The
Yep.
red velvet cake?
I think that one be a good slow starter, slow burn at the end of the night.
All right, Casey, what do you think? What's the one that you think will end your night the best?
Cancel the Uber because I'm going to tackle the Hydra and ride it home.
Hey-o!
And when she gets outside, she might be spitting out some stuff too.
Who knows? Yeah, who knows what color it's going to come out? It's busy. It's ambitious. There's more to this night yet. So I like it.
I'm gonna jump on the heavy train too. I'm gonna take that red velvet cake, sip that baby, and make them like say, "You gotta finish it." And I'm like, "No, I'm not gonna finish it fast. I'm gonna savor this shit."
Yeah, it's a good ending beer where you're slowly sipping while everybody else is trying to chug their beers, but it's like you gotta wait for me because I'm gonna take the sleigh home.
And then, what was your favorite beer? Just curious, Casey. Was it still the Hydra? Is that you ending your night?
Yeah.
And you're like, that's your favorite?
Oh yeah, it was interesting. I liked that one. It was a fun ride.
Yeah, my favorite might have to still be the Stout because this last one towards the end, the aftertaste is not playing well.
My favorite was the Hydra, though the Stout was very close. So it's time for social media and final promotions. Casey, you hit us up first. What do you want to promote? What do you want to tell us social
Future
media
projects, what's going on?
Projects. You will have to follow me on social media to stay up to date on those. So I am on Twitter at citizen_case, as in CASEY, and I am on Instagram at just citizen case with no underscore. And if you look that up and it doesn't look like me, then assume that I got them backwards and just take the underscore out.
I'm Beer Bennett, Bruce on Twitter, Bruce the Beer Bennett on everything else, including Untapped. The show is on Untapped as well, Drunk with Buds. We have a website, drunkwithbuds.weebly.com. We have a Teespring account where you can get our merch. We have lots of t-shirts and women's wear and even baby onesies and stuff too. So check it out, buy some merch. All prices are set to where we make pennies. We just want you guys and ladies wearing our stuff. We're not trying to make any money off you on that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and if you do get it, take pictures, let us know so we can promote it and share it on social medias.
And speaking of social medias, our king of social media, Honer, what do you got?
I am Honer Creations on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. I make dumbass videos for dumbass people like me. I'm also the social media guy on Drunk with Buds podcast. So if you're talking to us, you're talking to me.
All right, so it's time to play us out.
All right, so we got Free Tyga X Offset Type Beat Juicy Club Banger by Faneko on YouTube.
Thank you, Casey, for joining us. You're one of our faves.
Our favorite
Hey,
meatloaf.
thanks so much for having me again, and thanks for the beer selection.
No problem.
Hey, this shit juicy. I love it. Know what I say? Cause I'm gonna have a heyday. Gonna give you a haymaker. Gonna punch you in the face. Gonna do what I can. Do what I can. Cause I do what I can. And I'm drinking a juicy IPA. So it's making me kind of juicy. If you know what I'm saying, I'm getting a little hazy. But everything that I'm saying is making some kind of sense. But it doesn't make me sense if that makes any sense. So I'm doing what I can just to make it through the day. Like Final Destination, man, I might make it to die.
Stay sexy.
Hey. Stay sexy. Stay sexy.